Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And of course, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin and this channel is all about entrepreneurship and living your best life. I made a video a couple of weeks ago about the 10 habits that you should start before 2019 comes, and you guys seem to like it so much that what I thought I'd do was I'm going to create another video today about habits, but more particularly habits that are going to help you succeed in business. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, even if you're not a founder of your own company, that's absolutely fine. These habits are going to be applicable to anything you're trying to achieve in life, whether it be your job, study, or anything else that you're going for with your goals. But particularly these are really gonna help anyone to step into the shoes of the CEO that they desire to be, the CEO of their own life, the girl boss of their own life, and to just truly succeed in the new year. So if you did enjoy the video, I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you're new around here, consider subscribing. Just before I get into the tips though, I've got one more public service announcement. I do have a free challenge that I'm gonna be hosting over the next couple of weeks, which is all about helping you to build the plan to have a successful business in 2019. It's gonna go through creating your signature offer as well as putting together a marketing plan, so much so you can just walk into 2019 knowing exactly what you need to do. So if you wanna join, the link for that is down in the description, and I so hope to see you in there. All right, so girl boss habits, CEO habits, entrepreneurial habits. What can we do? What habits can we adopt to actually succeed in the new year? The first one is build only one bridge at a time. Now, I got this habit from a coach that I'm working with, James Wedmore. He's the host of the Mind Your Business podcast and an incredible entrepreneur. And one thing that he teaches his students is to build one bridge at a time. And what that simply means is to just have focus. When we are building businesses, it's really easy to get caught into the trap of shiny object syndrome, wanting to do absolutely everything and take on every project. But this splits our attention and it means that we're not giving our full to the task at hand. So what you want to start getting in the habit of doing is really looking at that big one money-making activity for the quarter, for the year, for the month, it doesn't matter, and putting most of your attention into that. Now, understandably, there's other things that you need to focus on, like social media, managing your team, managing yourself. But in terms of the big projects that are actually going to move the needle in your business, try to do one at a time. If you're in the stages where you are just starting your business, this might look a little different, but if you are scratching your head, wondering why you're not able to implement things that are helping you to grow, this habit could really help you. So for the new year, adopt the habit of building only one bridge at a time. Now, why it's actually called this habit is because how James describes it is we're all sitting over here in Desire Island and we want to get to Pleasure Island, but we're trying to build so many different bridges to get across there. And when we split our attention, rather than just focusing on building one bridge, we take so much longer than we need to. So we need to build one bridge, and then we can build another bridge, and then we can build another bridge, basically just focusing and doing one thing at a time. I've started doing this in my business with my big money-making activities, and it has been an absolute game changer. So the next habit that you need to adopt as a girl boss to be successful in 2019 is asking the right questions. This is something that I learned from Tony Robbins, who is an absolute genius in my eyes. But he always talks about the quality of our life is determined by the quality of the questions we ask. And I think this is so important, but it's one thing that not a lot of people do in business. Say for example, you just did a Facebook Live and it didn't go as well as you'd liked. A lot of people will stop there and go, well, that's it, I'm never doing Facebook Live ever again. That was horrific. Instead of saying, what did I do wrong? What could I do better next time? How can I show up better for my audience? How can I increase the quality of this content? How can I increase the quality of this live? Every single time you do anything in your business, you should be asking yourself, how can I grow and improve from this? Even if it was a success. I believe that truly successful entrepreneurs are always developing themselves. They never rest on their laurels and they never get upset with how anything turned out because it was either a success or it was a lesson. Every time you create something, every time you do something, every time anything happens in your business, get in the habit of asking yourself questions, reflecting on the task that you've just completed, and figuring out all the little gaps that you can fill in order to be better next time. You know, at the end of the day, I truly only believe there's two sets of failure, right? We fail when we don't try at all, and we fail when we quit. Everything else is just an opportunity for us to grow and learn. So anything you try in the new year in your business, whether it be a course, a product, a service, a launch, if it doesn't work out or meet your expectations, figure out what questions you need to ask to make it better next time. And so the next habit that I have is deadlines and non-negotiables. And I know this probably sounds really simple, but I've worked with hundreds of people, and it still surprises me how much people don't respect their own deadlines. If you want to be truly successful in the new year, you have to set deadlines and non-negotiables. If you want to create a product, a service, a business, anything, you have to set deadlines for when each of the tasks that is going to get you towards that goal is going to be completed. And it has to be a non-negotiable for you to complete it. Look, let's have a real talk here. Nobody is coming to knock on your door and say, hey Jane, did you finish that course? Or when are you launching this product? When are you launching this service? Why didn't you go live? You have to start holding yourself accountable. Honestly, if you can truly hear this is the biggest game changer. When you can start committing and holding yourself accountable for the tasks that you say you're gonna do in your business, setting deadlines and making them an absolute non-negotiable, everything will change. I bet one of the reasons why you're not where you want to be right now is because you just have so many little things that you're not doing because they're not a priority. Everything you need to do in your business that's going to move the needle needs to become a non-negotiable. So get in the habit of saying, I'm gonna build this course, I'm gonna build it by this date, I'm gonna do all of these different activities by these, and these dates, and I've got a video on Asana about how you can actually do this, but plan everything out and stick to your deadlines. I understand life does get in the way, but at least 90% of the time, you should be hitting those deadlines just as if they were your real job. When you can show up and treat your business like that, then things will change for you, I promise. And my next habit is that you need to start loving the numbers and the data, wherever you're from in the world. Either way, you need to actually start looking at the numbers and evaluating and understanding how your business or life or goals are tracking. You know, for example, with Instagram, everyone is posting and hoping for the best rather than actually going back and reflecting on the analytics about what types of posts are performing better, what days are performing better, what times are performing better. You need to start becoming obsessed with the numbers. I'm not one to truly go after big financial goals, but since working with my new coach, I've changed this a little bit and it has moved my business forward so much. When you actually start taking an objective look at business growth rather than being so personally attached to your business and taking everything as a personal attack on you as a human being, when you just focus on like the fact that it is just numbers and it is kind of a game and there is strategy involved, then you can just focus on what you need to do to grow. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, but Erin, you always talk about how, you know, Instagram, it's not about the numbers that you have, or Facebook, it's not about how many followers you have. And yes, I agree, but that's not what I'm talking about in this situation. When I say the amount of people following you doesn't matter, I truly mean that. It's the quality of the people following you. But it doesn't mean that you cannot have a measurement for growth, a measurement for impact, a measurement for profit, a measurement for how your business is tracking. You know, I see so many people out there who are like just hoping for the best. They're like, oh, I'm gonna build this course and just hope. And I ask them, how many people do you want to enroll in this course? How much money do you want to make in this course? And they literally have no idea. How do you even know if you're succeeding if you're not tracking your business growth? So take an emotional step away from your business for one moment and start putting your strategic hat on and looking at things from a more objective position. This is going to help you feel a lot better because then you're not putting your own validation on the business, but it's also going to help you to truly figure out what you need to do to grow. So looking at the numbers, looking at the data, it's going to really help you to be an actual CEO of your business, not just someone who's kind of putting stuff out there online. And then my final habit, and honestly, I had to put this one in here because it's the one that I myself struggle with the most, and I see so many people struggling with it and really struggling because of it. You have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries for your clients, for your social media following, for the people in your life, for the relationships that you have. You have to have boundaries for yourself. Really, truly successful entrepreneurs, they respect their time even more than they respect money. And when you don't respect your time and you're just giving it out willy-nilly, it shows the universe and yourself and everyone that you really truly don't care about the growth of your business because you're not respecting your own time. Honestly, setting up real good boundaries and being really solidified and grounded in those boundaries is not only going to help you so much energetically because you'll have even more time for yourself to recharge and recuperate, but it's also just going to allow people to respect you on so much of a deeper level. You know, I have a real habit of extremely over delivering, and while it is one of my values used to be incredibly generous. I know sometimes I really do run myself in the ground when I over deliver to people too much. So this is something I'm going to be working on in the new year. It's a habit that I'm working on, so maybe we can work on it together. I'd love to hear your experience in the comments below. Do you struggle with boundaries, or are you just like a boundaries militant person and are really good at it? I don't know, let me know. But either way, boundaries, respecting your time, being really, really married to your calendar and totally sticking to everything you're going to do is going to help you to be so much more successful in the new year. Those are my habits. I really hope they were something a little bit different to what I've shared before. I know they were more specific to people who are starting a business online, but that is the basis of what this channel is about. So if you have any habits of your own, please do leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.
Thank you.